Okay, this is frozen maybe? Yeah. There's a bubble in there. Can you see that? It moves around. Yeah, but I want to drink that cold. But that might be too cold, okay? Okay. So, yeah, well, there we go. Now it's moving. What are we going to do about myself not having things done on time? You know, like that I get this out of the freezer before the change of the shape of the bottle. And then now it's changed again. I think I just did that. Uh, how do I get it to? Oh, there it's out. Okay. Oh, good. Not a very serious problem. Okay. But I would like to drink this cold. It has some ice in here. I really love that. What I really want is silicone mold ice from silicone mold you buy from maybe Target or Amazon or on the internet to make your own ice. But I need to use bottled water to make the ice. I need to use tap water for that. What I want is an ice that fit through the opening of the bottle. So I have to pour the water out of the bottle, pour it into a mold of something that's small enough that it fits right back through the opening of the bottle when it's ice. Yeah, so I have seen one that might fit, which is like, if you look at it this way, it's a square, a small square, and then lengthwise it's this long. So it's like a stick, but it's perfect square. If it's small enough, it could fit through here, slide right in, and it would be inside of the water bottle like that. Maybe I can fit more than one in, but one at a time. Uh, and I don't have the ice mold for that. And that is because I also, if I was going to make ice, I would make all the different shapes and I would make it in all the fancy ways I see it on the internet. Different flavored ice, different colored ice, all the different shapes. And then I would need nice, interesting glasses to use. But right now I'm on bottled water, and I use the bottles to drink out of them, and I throw them out. And I don't wash glasses in the plumber's water. So everyone is living off of my plumber's water. I've had plumber's water for about 25 years now. Yep. So not the same plumber all the time. I not live in the same place for 25 years. So the genital plumbers are illegal. James Taylor, you are a handyman. Yeah. I could be your handyman. Is he not a handyman? He sings about handyman. So do you have a handyman, James Taylor? Because your name, James Taylor, is not paid for, really, because of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a big disaster to James Taylor, who was a big disaster anyway because of Cheryl Odesky pregnancy. and then showing in public, and then baby. So end of pregnancy, termination of pregnancy, and showing a baby in public. And that also happened at a James Taylor concert at Summerfest grounds in Milwaukee County, Wisconsin. So that would have been year 1996 or 1997, one of those 2 years in the summer. So I cannot really afford James Taylor. He's not paid for, even though I listen to his music, like folk music, right? But it's everybody knows James Taylor's music that I know of from Wisconsin, let's say. But here in Nevada, I don't know if you do or not, and including wherever you are watching this YouTube video. James Taylor and Taylor Swift. Yes, you two don't know each other is not due. Panic at the Disco and Taylor Swift. You don't know each other is not due. Because I am Panic at the Disco problem. Well, you don't believe most of what I say, but I don't know if you would believe this. Somebody named Nicolas Pieri, who gave up his name for about a few minutes, he put his hand down my pants in a disco in Recoleta, Buenos Aires, Argentina, South Continent America. And he brought myself to a sexual climax in the presence of everyone in the disco, and it was packed. Standing room only in the disco. I was sitting at a table because I eat. He did that to me while I was sitting at a table, but there were all the other people there for the bar and the music. There was a bar and music. If you are counting the motion as God, that I once left a sweater at that bar, and I went back and they did give it to me. I was wondering if you thought it was funny, because I'm right here deceased out of formed on just that point, that somebody gave me my exact sweater back at that bar. Well, it was mine to myself, and whoever gave it to me didn't put it on and keep it. He gave it to me. Well, if Nicolas Pieri wants to be included in that, it's not my sweater to himself because he just molested me in the property in dispute being a disco. I don't have the keys to that place. That was the point of asking for the sweater. Otherwise, I would have had it myself. So, do you like to molest somebody when you are alone in the wrong and you just put your hand down my pants and you think that it doesn't really matter because I will pay for it, at my own expense, and you're not going to jail for that? That is chaos, and I have been alive since the year 1998. It's now the year 2025. I'm still alive, paying for that disco problem, and everybody's saying I'm a bad example for the children, but they don't give me their keys and go to prison. You want me to go to prison for that problem? Let's say that's true. Let's say I go to prison because I have a clitoris and anyone can put their hand on my pants and orgasm my clitoris anywhere I am at any time. Do you want me to go to jail for that? Because I think that about the creation of myself. Why doesn't that happen continuously every day? And then we go straight to the beatings in public. And I can't fight back all of you doing that to me in public, putting your fists, kicking and punching myself in public because you know who I am. Yeah, let's say that's true. Let's say you know that I can get angry, but not right here. So if you get angry, who are you? Wouldn't know all of you. That would have to be like at least 10 or more of you at a time attacking me in the genitals to orgasm my head. And then because they can't do anything when you're doing that, then you do the kicking and punching problem. 10 of you or more just crushing the body. Or if you can't crush it, would you just run away whenever you're God to yourself and you run away? So how are we going to pay for that? I think that's everybody every day at all times. While Nicolas Pieri is unfairly blamed personally and specifically and alone to himself, he's just unfairly blamed for the threatening. Was he just going to say, but you shouldn't have come here to get your sweater, I wouldn't have asked you for your virginity? well, my virginity is really broken by myself. I am killing my own virginity. I need no help with that. But if that's not going your way, is why you like to molest myself since I broke my own virginity, because it's not going my way. That is. You needing to be in jails and prisons because you're not myself. That's not everybody who's not myself put their hands on my clitoris and orgasm my head anywhere I am, in public or in private, and tell everybody I said yes, and you carry on in public with your wallets and paying charges and going on with your life like nothing went wrong for you, because you're not myself. Yes, you have hands the wrong way. That is you and the genitals completely deceased the wrong way. Well, Panic at the Disco. Panic at the Disco. She is stuttering in my mouth because she's going to die. I am killing it. This virginity, I am killing it. I don't need any help. Go ahead, say you're sorry that you stuttered in front of the camera and all the strangers. Yes, they're strangers. They don't know your virginity. Thank you, Father. But you are provoking, by molesting me in the disco, you are provoking a fight. And I am not going to fight with you in a disco, because the disco, there's no death and dispute in the disco. So what's the fighting disputing? If I have my wallet, if I pay the charges, but the charges are also a fight. You have gone above and beyond the charges. I still see the charges, but they're not due anymore because you do force yourself right on me. You cannot pay charges and say that God is going to figure out the charges for you. He's not. Are you paying charges? You didn't shoplift is not true. You did shoplift because the money is the soul's money, the food is the soul's food. I alive, and I'm right here. And I'm not charging you any money. If I don't charge you the money myself, why do you pay each other? Such nice agreements. But you are really there to tell each other that it's no to yourselves. It's not really yes. And you made friendships and agreements, and you made, that you might see somebody again and smile and remember them from before. That is pretty much done since 1998. I don't know why Nicolas Pierre is molesting my clitoris. Even now I am saying it. But I have to bring up Panic at the Disco. Brendan Urie, Urie. That's the name of the lead singer. So I saw him with Taylor Swift in a short video on YouTube. I don't know, it was a few minutes, some minutes of the video. So those two know each other, and I can't get you deceased. I don't even have the question. But why are you singing? Because it's true that you are both due in prison on that point. Panic at the Disco, yes. If I'm in a disco again in Recoleta, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and Buenos Aires, Argentina, Nicolas Pierre, that's where he's from. He put his hand on my pants to orgasm myself in front of all those people. Sure, I'm not going to fight with you in public, but you clearly started a fight. And then I had something in my head. You shouldn't have had sex with Nico. You shouldn't have had sex with Nico in my head for 2 years, 3 months, 2 weeks, and 4 days. And then I've been renting it ever since for more than 20 years. You want to know if I'm sorry to the God of Nicolas Pierre. Do you want Nicolas Pierre to be your God? Because if he doesn't shut off the light for you, you're going to see me no matter what. I've never been so hurt, but my order is out of the order. I did, but not right away. Not just because Nicolas Pierre was Panic at the Disco problem, that if he put his hands on my pants, everybody should be like God and run out the front door and empty the disco. Then maybe he will stop and look at the door. Yeah. Or does he want to know if I love him? Is that a God in there who wants to fight with me? I know, but I was just wondering if you knew. I don't fight in public. You cannot provoke a fight with me in public because I'm not going to jail for you. Well, you have done all the threats to myself, like you don't know how to be yourselves in jail, because I'm not going to jail for you. What about that point? Nicolas Pierre, who put his hand on my pants and orgasmed my head right in the middle of the, that's my overlord that can do that, because I sit there and don't move. I have two problems. I have an overlord who made sex, and I have me who just sit there and I look at him and I just think it's appalling. I was actually looking at someone else to see if they were watching him, and they did not stop him because he was trying to fight with me in public. They did not say, hey, you must stop that. Do you not know what a molestation is? Because there's somebody in the disco, Panic at the Disco in Argentina, in Recoleta. There's somebody there who saw Nicolas Pieri put his hand on my pants this way. She just looked over there. She looked away like she didn't know. Yes, but Cheryl Odesky, pregnancy. Do you know a bad example for the children when you see one and say, get out of my house by Friday? Yeah, I have so many bad examples for the children threatening. I only have to leave your house once on Friday because I have to leave so many times because I die so many times. I have to leave every time for every threat, for every thing you think is bad example for the children. I have to leave in the threatening for you, but I don't have insurance that I can be in my house that way. Does it sound muddled? I'm sorry for the confusion. I am killing myself. Yeah, it's not very clear why. I am the one you don't want to die out of the formed world angry. Nicolas Pieri, is your hand available? Do you want to cook me a pizza? No, you are busy in Argentina hiding away somewhere from what you did to me, and you want me to pay for it, because that's really against your genitals. Who is the god of Nicolas Pieri? He's not someone I've not put out of myself before. And everybody who's watching this video, are we all one now? Nicolas Pieri molested my clitoris. I'm so angry. It must be something I put out of myself before. And then all of you are all together in it against myself in alive, and I alive, all by myself. Yep. Well, you are in alive, but you're illegally alive. I alive myself. Yes, but what you did was try to make me say that I love you because you're going to take away everything that moves. Yes, but why won't you go away? Because you didn't go away before you left all this mess here. You didn't take away everything that moves when you left, Charles Toe. So who is the creator of Nicolas Pieri? Is he the same as the creator of Charles Toe? Because Charles Toe here did not take away everything that moves. And I am left behind just to say that he is really trespassing in a place where I don't want to live anymore because he's been here. So it's not mine to myself that way. Break a window. Break a glass window. That's what I think of you. The creator of Nicolas Pieri and the creator of Charles Toe, you wouldn't break a glass window because you're on the inside and you don't want to get caught by somebody that you broke a glass window. Yeah, but you molested my genitals and you told no one and nobody found out about it from me except the creator of myself. Explode. She said you shouldn't have sex with Nico. You shouldn't have sex with Howard Che. Over and over and over again leading up to this Charles Toe won't get out. And won't tell anyone that he sexually abused myself 900 times. Ooh, I can see it now in the comments. Are you about to leave a comment? I can see it now. Oh, you need to get some help. Yes, you need to tell somebody to tell you to shut the fuck up! Isn't that why you say the word fuck? Isn't that why you say the word fuck? That's how you can shout when you say the word fuck and it's not true. That's you screaming over your own problem. Shut the fuck up! Now you want to talk about the neighbors, since there's nobody up in here except me. You want to threaten me with the neighbor in number 2? He already hit me with a car, and I'm still here. What are you gonna do to me? Are you gonna tell me to shut the fuck up? Comments are open.